All right, so overnight it has been trending CoryKenshin and Panda, because these two were in a relationship at a certain point in time in the past. But the woman that is the other half decided that she just now wanted to start talking about CoryKenshin in a negative type of light and bringing up things dealing with their relationship and all of this other type of stuff. If people don't know who Cory Kenshin is a black YouTuber who makes very great content. Every time he posts a video, it goes directly into the millions almost instantly. Kid you, no joke. And CoryKenshin has documented his career throughout his journey on YouTube to the point that he is currently at this moment in time, on top of coming out with clothing and also coming out with a manga as well. And what has recently taken place is a lot of people overnight have decided to automatically turn directly on CoryKenshin without even a shred of evidence or even words from the other side, which would be CoryKenshin, because the woman involved, Panda, has been the only one to give her say directly on what she is looking at from her point of view about said relationship during that point in time. And you have a lot of allegations that are being thrown around online by a variety of people from the younger generation, just freely throwing words around. And I am just here to say that I do not advocate. That is never okay to sit up there and do. Again, nobody has any type of shred of evidence and or proof, but I will cover how it is that people decided to allude to certain types of things. Also, I want to state that when it deals with black men in this type of industry, meaning popularity, social status, celebrity, and things of that nature, they've always stated that they will make sure that you will leave with an asterisk. You're not going to leave with a clean slate. Somehow, some way, they're going to muddy your name. They're going to throw, something directly on there, so you are not 100% clean. And I'm pretty sure that's what we're looking at this moment in time. So again, unlike the other content creators directly out there, this is the part that I just want to specifically focus in on, because the allegations like this and the words that people use, especially on social media in this day and age, it can ruin somebody's career, reputation, branding. It can do a lot of detrimental things and unforeseen things, because a lot of other people out there won't do the necessary research. And I promise you, all of these, and they have to be in like their early 20s. They have to be. And for them to be so ignorant and to be so stupid and to misuse the power that they have in order to gain some type of views, this again shows me that the younger generation does not care about anything. They're willing to sacrifice any and everything in order to make a name, in order to get something directly out there, in order to get a little bit of limelight, no matter how much or whoever it is that is going to sit up there and hurt. Right? So the first girl that you saw, she directly said, she was like, yo, CoryKenshin is a this. And I'm like, how did you get that? Who specifically told you that that is what it is? But then I thought about it, I was like, it makes sense. CoryKenshin is a black male, and anytime somebody says something against a black male, it's automatically believable. On top of the fact that she decided to throw in herself. She was like, I'm a survivor, I went through this too, and I give really sympathy and empathy directly. So you threw yourself into a situation thinking that there are some type of correlations and or parallels, even though you know nothing of their relationship, and you decided to just jump on this bandwagon and automatically throw out a label on this man of which you don't know, you never been with, never had any type of interaction or anything, but you, because you're a woman and it's believe all women, you're going to do this again without any type of research. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to showcase the video of which people are trying to use as if to say that he is this type of person and he did these types of things. When again, when you pay attention and look directly at the video, it's a joking conversation. A lot of people in relationships have had these types of conversations and things of that nature. Like I said, I'll go a little bit more into detail after this clip.
I'm still on.
I'm still on.
Then I woke up again and it was off.
Did you watch me sleep? Did you watch me sleep?
Yeah, I actually did something to you while you were asleep too.
What?
I'm sorry, I just got this this fetish that I do. You know,
What?
I didn't hurt you. You're good, right?
What'd you do, Corey?
Just don't worry about it.
Corey?
It's good.
Corey, what did you do?
You do nothing. Look, this came right in my face. I didn't do anything.
He did something, and I'm gonna find out on the next episode of
Dragon Ball Z, where you going with this?
So we were all able to hear and see the clip, right? You have people reading directly from the clip. People were like, "Oh, this is horrible. This is disgusting. Oh my God, right? Doing all of this rage type of stuff, right? When you look directly at the video, everybody is smiling, everybody is laughing, all of these things, right? It seems pretty normal, right? They may have this type of humor. Maybe they might have had that type of situationship, friendship, boyfriend or girlfriendship, whatever their situation was, right? Where, you know, they would just so happen to do those things. I, as one, being a man, there's been a variety of times in relationships I have woken up and things are being done to me. Nobody is going to sit up there and be like, "Oh my God, that person, how could they ever do something? What about consent?" Right? Nobody's running with that narrative. No guy out here is going to be running with that, especially no guy out here is going to be running with that narrative. A lot of guys would wish for things like that to automatically happen, you know, at this moment in time. But magically, when it's a joking situation, and you have a guy basically stating this, now people want to start throwing around, "Oh, consent." People want to start throwing around, "Oh, SA," and all of these other types of things. People want to start now trying to say that CoryxKenshin is a horrible person. How could you ever do something like that? This is not a laughing or a joking matter. Just imagine what women all across the world have to sit up there and go through, and you're just laughing about this and da-da-da-da. Other people have said that, "Oh, well, the woman, you know, she's laughing about the situation." And others were like, "Well, you do know that people laugh on, you know, who don't know how to really take the situation in. So they just laugh, have nervous laughs, and, you know, their responses will be different. It's not going to be just outrage and all." Like, man, y'all just need to, y'all just doing too much. Like I said, this whole cancel timeline, cancel culture that we're currently still in at this moment in time, it's the lamest thing possible. All I'm looking at this moment in time is a bunch of people that are mad at somebody else who is famous, and they want to find some type of way to ruin that because they're not famous. So they're going to do that by any means possible. And that's currently what people are doing at this moment in time, because there's way too many people right now that I know that are in their 20s talking about, "Oh, this is why I've never watched them. I never liked them anyway. You know, I knew something was off about them." Like, y'all so weird. Y'all are so weird. Y'all are so bandwagoners. It is crazy. For a generation that's supposed to be individuals, it's a lot of y'all really lumping yourselves in with everybody else. It's crazy. Just being followers. Not being individuals. Like that is complete madness to me, right? But then it gets worse because of this. The saddest part about this is that a lot of these young kids out here, and I'm talking about, there are many of them that made videos like this or try to give an insinuation, all these other types of things. The woman herself who originally made the videos came out and said that CoryxKenshin never did anything like that to her. Now, do you think that especially all of the black people, I'm telling you, there are fields of black people out there that decided to jump on this bandwagon just to get some views because of the name and everything like that, and decided to throw insinuations. They wanted to throw more gasoline, you know, directly on this fire. And again, she came out here and said this. Now I wonder how many of them are going to come out and give an apology. How many of them are going to publicly, just like they made a public video with their face, how many of them are publicly going to come out here and say, "Yo, CoryxKenshin, I'm sorry, I apologize for, you know, putting out a false narrative." Realistically, I'm just going to be real. CoryxKenshin has the money. He needs to go after content creators who have specifically tried to levy this and get famous and directly spread a false narrative directly on his name. Even though, again, the woman who made the videos came out and stated on, I guess this is her IG, that, "Yo, he never did what it is that other people are trying to say that he did. He never did it." Right? Again, like I said before, the only way for a lot of these folks out here who want to get TikTok famous real quick to learn a lesson is that, a heavy hand has to land directly on them, meaning a lawsuit, meaning a lawsuit. Like I said, the internet is forever, and I guess some people are going to have to end up learning the hard way. But, you know, depending on how CoryKenshin is and how he feels about the situation, you know, he might not try to, you know, do that. I would say from a business standpoint, he needs to sit up there and do that realistically, because I'm looking online and reading comments. This is already, even with her stating this, people have already ran with the narrative. It's already gone too far. This has been going since last night. I think you got about like 50K tweets, or maybe somewhere, you know, maybe it's going upwards to 100K. Like I said, that's a lot. That's a tremendous amount, especially when it deals with social media, because X is just one. You don't know what everybody is saying directly on YouTube. You don't know what everybody else, you know, other than these videos, you don't know what everybody else is saying directly on, you know, TikTok, and what narrative they're trying to carry that is negative, that can go against the brand, messed up brand deals, mess up the whole image and everything. Like I said, allegations like this have ruined black men.
Bacon avocado. I dated CoryKenshin, and he hurt me really bad. And I'm not the only one. CoryKenshin being a never ever was on my bingo card. I'm up right now. You ugly, toothless bastard. Oh my God, like.
I never thought I'd see the day that CoryxKenshin has allegations, and she has video proof. First, I do feel very bad for the lady who went through that. No one should ever have to go through that, especially being a survivor of SA. Her being a survivor of SA, no one should ever have to go that. But Cory, oh my God, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, nigga? If you haven't watched that video, you need to watch that video. It's on TikTok. Cory, I'm so at a loss for words. I've been watching this nigga for a few years. I thought he was a good, you know, black content creator, or, you know, just a good content creator in general. But like, I ain't never. This is shocking.
I'm not gonna lie, after watching Superman, I thought nothing could kill the hope and happiness I was feeling. It would have took something super crazy monumental to bring that joy down, and it happened. Cory, bro, Cory, you were unproblematic your entire career. You were the model citizen for me and a bunch of people. Like, that's a good guy. That's a good guy. He will never do us wrong. We will never have to worry about an allegation coming out from him, man. But you really don't know these YouTubers, I guess. Like, damn, bro. For y'all who don't know, just go on Twitter and look up Cory. I don't know the original poster on TikToker. He's getting exposed for being a pretty odd guy. And there's actually just no way I could see him defending this, because unless the Discord messages could be fake, that's you in that video saying that you did something to her in her sleep that was a fetish to you, but you didn't hurt her though, and you wouldn't tell her what it was. That just doesn't sound any way innocent at all.
So she had this other video directly up there that she posted, right? So both videos combined is where you have a lot of these people that want to try to say that Cory is this type of person or this individual. her specifically putting this video out, throwing it in slow motion, and then like, I dated CoryKenshin and he did something really bad and da da da, and I'm not the only one. Like, what? Like, you know how this looks? You know how you're trying to frame this up to be? Really? And you're doing this over a relationship that happened years ago? Like, y'all were in y'all 20s and now y'all are 30 something. What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, this is what I tend to tell people when it deals with the responsibility of being directly on social media, and how it is that you decide to curate and narrate a lot of these things. And I told people before that, you know, when it deals with women coming out here saying anything, again, women can say and do anything and everybody's going to believe it. You got a lot of people out here believing her narrative without hearing out CoryKenshin first, without allowing him to bring forth whatever proof that he specifically has, without him trying to specifically speak on the type of person that she is. Because again, everybody's believing her, but they don't know how she was in that relationship. They don't know about the inner workings or any of those types of things at all, right? But again, right, so we're going off of hearsay, right? We're going off of her version of the story and the hearsay of everybody else online. So fair should be fair, correct? So let's just take a look at this. So somebody wrote this: the CoryKenshin allegations are fake. Proof. Her friend confirmed it on Twitter, confirming she was lying, cheating on him, and had a side man in who knocked her up. She lied to him and tried to convince him. He left. Also, she admitted on voice recordings on Twitter that she liked the things that he said about doing stuff to her when she was asleep. Also on Twitter, she was asking for help making fake screenshots, exposing numbers, has her own essay allegations, by the way, and more. Don't just believe what you're told. Look for info yourselves, but don't fall for her lies. This person wrote this: she does this every year. Another person responded, wait, for real? She said, it's on Twitter. I can scroll back, but apparently old girl was asking people to edit the screenshot. She dropped an audio of her admitting she was also into Cory's sleeping thing, had a sideman while dating Cory, and tried to play it off. Cory finally got tired of her and cut her off, and was just leaking Cory's whole friend group number, and even has essay allegations herself. Another person said Cory was in love with that girl till he found out she was cheating first and pregnant with another dude's baby. She tried to say it was his, but I couldn't hold my tongue. This is a friend or a mutual. Couldn't hold my tongue because that isn't right for her to lie to a good man like him. They were both young, making stupid choices in life. I'm not asking you to not hold him accountable for ghosting her like that, but I'm simply saying to listen to each side. Yes, I did wrong by helping her edit those. I guess that's supposed to be the text messages or the information that's out there on social media. And I hope y'all can forgive me one day. Yes, I made horrible decisions, trying to support my friend, trying to bring down a hardworking man. Nobody should ever deal with someone like this, not something from the past where they have clearly grown up. Hold both parties equally. Do not bash the man because he's way more famous than her. It's wrong. Again, I'm very sorry. And I hope that the public, I guess the person was going to say, can forgive me for, what they did. And that was supposedly a mutual and or a friend and acquaintance of, I guess, both individuals. And the crazy part with that information, even with all of that being out there, you still have people talking about, oh, why should we just believe some random friend and what it is that they state? What? How do we? So if that woman just says anything, it's just fully up to be believed. You're not going to potentially critically think. You're not going to ask questions. You're not going to search out any other information, right? Because it's all fine and dandy for the whole world and everybody else to now think right now, less than 24 hours, that CoryKenshin is just some horrible person, that he is just this, that, and the third. Wow, that's incredible. Not even given the chance for the guy to defend himself. Everybody has already made up their minds. Again, like I said before, there are no such thing as actual, fans or loyalty or whatever it is. Nobody really wants to hear the other side. People just want to believe whoever, basically says something first. More specifically, if a woman says something first, that's all the information anybody needs. They're not going to wait. They're not going to question. They're not going to critically think. Again, this woman on her TikTok, when I looked at it last night, she had about let me try to click on it right now as I'm recording this. She had about 3 pinned posts, right? 2 of which are a video game. The third one should have been the one dealing with cancer, right? Because her cancer findings and everything that has more to do with the the post that she wanted to make directly from her TikTok. And for whatever reason, she took that down, and that video was marked from 2020, which lines up at least with one of the text that I was able to see. But I'm like, that's a little bit weird to take that down after you've already had it up for so long. Why would you decide to take that down? And again, even dealing with the text messages, you do have people that are into dark humor. And the thing that I've realized is that when people are in relationships or situationships, they're fine. Everything is fine. Everything is golden, right? And magically, when it deals with women, the moment in time that they are out of said relationship, that's the moment in time that they want to go back and critique, and they want to look at certain things, and they were like, oh, this wasn't all right. This was actually this, that, and the third. Matter of fact, this is how I'll sit up there and put it. I'll give you an example of that, and I'll just leave you guys with that, and you can let me know what you guys think about the video and everything that was stated in the comment description. Again, anybody that made this far in the video, thank you. Let me know what y'all think, and yeah.
I had a homegirl, right? She had an encounter with a guy. She was on him. She hella liked him, whatever. She called me the next day. She was like, yeah, we did whoop whoop. And I was like, cool, right? A year or so passes. She meets a guy that she's really serious with. And then she's like, so I was thinking about that one guy I was with, and I think he raped me. And I was like, you totally wanted him. You totally called me. You totally told me all the details. Yeah, damn. What do you mean right now? But I think it was like the shame that I think she felt that she allowed herself to go there. And then when she met a serious guy, I think to herself, she was trying to make it seem like he overstepped or whatever. But he was like way tossed and she wasn't way tossed. Like she was fine. I think about shit like that. And I'm like, God forbid my sons were to have an encounter with a girl. She fully is, fine with things. And then months later is like, the shame that I feel is uncomfortable. So I'm just going to say that you took advantage of me. Hell